And it all starts with a story presents The Detective Dog. Yes, everybody, we're going to be reading The Detective Dog by Julia Donaldson and Sara Ogilvie. Now, the detective dog, as you may have seen, has disappeared. Now, she has gone to solve a mystery. She got a special call and she had to fly and run away to solve this mystery. So don't worry, she will be back in plenty more videos, but she had to go today. So I'm the detective dog now, have the bow tie and the hat. So if you want to come and bring your pets along, go on then. Let's read this book together. There was once a dog with a keen sense of smell. She was known far and wide as Detective Dog Nell. Sniff, sniff, time after time, Nell the detective dog solved crime after crime. Who threw the hazelnuts from the trees? Who took the honey away from the bees? Who did the poo on the new gravel path? How did the spider get into the bath? Sniff, sniff, with a wag of her tail, Nell the detective was hot on the tail. Nell shared her house with a person called Peter, a very nice child, though he could have been neater. A 6-year-old Peter was one of those boys who kept on mislaying his clothes and his toys. Sniff, sniff, nose to the ground. These are things that Detective Dog found. The bus in the bowl and the book in the bed. The sock in the sofa and the shoe in the shed. The tumbled down teddy, the bounce away ball. Now the detective dog had discovered them all. Now did the detection from Tuesday to Sunday, but something totally different each Monday. She found Peter's bag and she tracked down her lead, then set off for school when she heard the children read. The children loved reading their stories to Nell, and Nell loved to listen and also to smell. Sniff, sniff, mixed in the air, were plasticine custard and newly washed hair, the crusts in the bins and the coats on the hooks, but best of all were the smell of the books. Books about dinosaurs, books about knights, books about planets and meteorites, books about princes who turned into frogs, books about dragons and books about dogs. But then came a Monday when all was not well. Nell sniffed the air and she smelled the wrong smell. Into the classroom the two of them hurried and found Mr. Jones looking terribly worried. He tugged at his hair and let out a sigh. Peter looked round and he started to cry. Sniff, sniff, what's going on? The books, cried out Peter. They've all gone. Nell gave a growl when she heard the bad news, but then started sniffing and searching for clues. Sniff, sniff, on the bookshelf a cap. The thief must have dropped it, the terrible chap. Nell sniffed the cap, then she tugged on the lead, and woof, she was off at an astonishing speed. Everyone followed Detective Dog Nell. She stopped at the traffic lights. What could she smell? Sniff, sniff, haddock and hay, pizza and penguins, and further away, the smell of thief, and how very exciting, thousands of pages all covered in writing. Then, woof, they were all off with no time to stop, past the farm and the zoo and the takeaway shop. They raced through a field where the rabbits smelt good, then over a golf course and into a wood. They thrashed through the undergrowth, leafy and dense. They came to a gate in the old wooden fence. Then Nell started growling and pricked up an ear. She barked and then barked. She barked and the bark meant the thief is here. They flung the gate open and Peter cried, Look, there sat a man with his nose in a book. There were many more books poking out of his sack, and the children yelled, Those are our books, give them back. Sniff, sniff, The book thief looked sad. "I'm sorry," he sniffled. "I know I've been bad. Stealing is wrong, but I meant to borrow. I was planning to give all the books back tomorrow." To borrow? To borrow? Nell pricked up an ear. She barked, and the bark meant, "I have an idea." Then woof, she was off, and they all sped, including the book thief, and told them I'm Ted. Sniff, sniff, they raced through the wood and over the field where the rabbits smelt good. They panted and puffed past the takeaway shop, the zoo and the farmyard with never a stop, except to retrieve Peter's scarf and his ball, which someone had thoughtfully placed on the wall. Till they came to a building with the doors open wide, and what did they see when they all went inside? Thousands of books from the floor to the ceiling. The book gave the thief the most heavenly feeling. He gazed in amazement. "Where am I?" he said, and Peter said, "In the library, Ted. You can join if you want to, there isn't a fee, and you can take lots of books out for free." So Ted has a lovely new library card, and he sits reading in his little backyard. And when it's a Monday, Detective Dog Nell visits the school with the wonderful smell. Sniff, sniff, with a faraway look. She smells and she listens to book after book. Books about dinosaurs, books about knights, books about planets, and books about meteorites, books about princes who turn into frogs, books about dragons, and books about dogs. All the old books and new ones as well. The story of daring Detective Dog Nell. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that book. I'm really sorry that our detective dog Phoebe couldn't be with us today. She had important places to go. You know, all these detective dogs, they're always getting calls all the time and they have to rush off. I really enjoyed the book. I hope all of you did. Now, if you have watched this all the way through, which hopefully all of you have, what you can do is you can comment now, guys. You can comment to tell me what you're up to. Tell me if you could request a book. If you do not know how to spell, write, do anything of that, please do ask your parents' permission as well before you post anything. Also, ask them if you want to write anything and you don't know how to. Ask them. I'm sure they'd be happy to help. Ask people in your house, maybe an older sister, a parent, a carer, a cousin, whoever is with you. Ask them, because I love hearing from all of you guys. Love to know what you're up to. If you want to request a book, go on then. I actually do have loads of new books lined up and I'm so excited for all the content I am going to be creating on It All Starts With a Story. I hope you enjoyed the Detective Dog Nell. I will be back tomorrow for another video. I'll see you all soon. Bye!